There's something delicious about watching doubt grow, especially in the people who never believed you. After I planted the photos of Ethan stealing from Mom's purse, the house got tense. The golden glow around him started to flicker. Mom stopped calling him her miracle. Dad started locking his wallet in the safe. But the best part? They didn't talk to me about it. They were too proud, too scared to admit they might have been wrong. That gave me power, and I wasn't about to waste it. I kept things cool on the surface, ate dinner with the family, did my chores, played nice with Ethan. But all the while, I was laying the groundwork for his collapse. See, Ethan had this habit. He lied so often he couldn't keep track of what he told to whom. I just had to give him the rope. One night, I casually brought up that a guidance counselor had called our house while he was out. Total lie, but he didn't know that. His face went white. What did she say? He asked, trying to play it cool. Oh, just something about your essay for the trauma scholarship. She said it was powerful, real personal. He nodded. Yeah, totally. That's what I told her. But 2 days later, I left my laptop open on the kitchen table, with the audio file from the FaceTime call queued up. The one where Ethan laughed about faking the whole thing, about lying to win money. I made sure Mom was the one who walked by. She heard it. I know she did because she paused, leaned in, and listened to the whole thing. I pretended not to notice. That night, silence, then whispers, then louder whispers. By the next morning, I caught Mom crying in the laundry room. I peeked around the corner and saw her holding a framed picture. Me and Ethan, from years ago. She whispered, "What did I do wrong?" I almost felt sorry for her. Almost. But I wasn't done yet. Phase 2. Divide and conquer. The next move was critical. Ethan still had influence, but now my parents were starting to question him. I just needed to widen the cracks. So I left a second package, this time on Dad's desk. A printed transcript of the fake trauma call, and a note. You believed him over your own blood. He's playing all of you. I didn't sign it. I didn't have to. That night, I stayed late at the library, pretending to work on a project. When I got home, I walked into chaos. Mom was yelling at Dad. Dad was yelling at Ethan. You forged trauma for a scholarship? You knew and didn't tell me. Ethan was shouting back, saying I was manipulating everything. And the beautiful part? They weren't sure anymore. They didn't know who to trust. Their perfect little miracle had cracks. And their scapegoat? I was suddenly looking a little more honest. Later that week, Dad sat me down. No anger, no lectures, just quiet. Josh, he said, is there something you've been trying to tell us? I stared at him. For a moment, I considered telling him everything. But then I smiled and shook my head. Nope, everything's fine. Because I wasn't done. I hadn't even started. You see, they thought this was just about Ethan. But it wasn't. This was about them. Every punishment they gave me. Every lie they believed. Every time they picked him and left me behind. I was going to dismantle it all. Not with violence. Not with screaming. With silence. Strategy. Control.